the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Me mamo akwa babiem ba ye Nsem-Pii TV so. Enche ana ye nuanu Muslims 30 good days fasting and prayers. Ayenye nim just recently ana ende ye nam so kwa ma enra ene public holiday. Na nim says ye nuanu Muslims for ye omo 30 good days fasting we ewia aya omo yida ebi eto ana say da ba ko na dam yenu the year celebration. I cannot the Fitr celebration. Fasting we omo ye the Fitr celebration. Amomo ka say the Fitr celebration koso no attending Bl00dy ewo kasoa ene nempotem. Sekantwe etuotuo akuma ene ejane de keka ho ana yenuan Muslims omo ye 30 good days fasting and prayers we no ntokwa ene wo kasoa ene nempotem na die ben ana eba ya akodane the Fitr celebration ya fasting 30 good days bompaye ache nyame Allah na yewie na keka ya no ana de enuado celebration mi to dwana akoye ntokwa na akoye mujahwegu na akoye sekantwe ewo kasoa ene nempotem ne mo kasa de chief imam ne wura hoye pa ana Dr.Bawumia, former vice president for the Republic of Ghana. Na yenje bre nyenti reporter ensema oditu yenim efa the Fitr celebration attend Bl00dy kasoa ene nempotem
na se na no mba be ya kwamchini wo bia bonitiri mu pase ye wie ntokwa ne ye be ko pa anya asem kuma na nka moye bosom ya kwamchini pa wie se ye Easter branka Yesu asesa ye bone ne abufo ne bibia wade kwa asanua ne so ye di Easter wi audio bia bone a chene na moye kwamchini ye wie ka ntokwa de ne san we yankwa homa no semreku aba mreku akwa bo
Yesu bi o fini aba
ani asinkrofo bi yan bosomi akwamchini wie wo mede ntokwa na eda ase
me se ka mo atwi ya wo mo twitwa mo na de anyame na we gadi adi ala
ambade esi sai
yo ne tene se oba mfinti mantemu a ye ka bia ya ye gate to ye central region kasoa na kasoa mu se enye bibian kasa kasoa no enye bibian kasa na kasoa no na bebe kasa no chese ga na emumuno amanfo a abedoso ha ye nuanu muzemifro ene doso ha enti ye frene kasoa enti ye kasa sala na anase akonchi na ye nuanu muzemifro na wo ha no anya nya semtetwa ni abaye fetopa na bo ti bi nia ewia tribal chiefs wo ha eni kanso odiku na nkasa 9 sani sedu na watna ponkoso na all the tribal chiefs ni nyina no omo die ti no ma street carnival en the febu a MP ka ho na be na chese obia de no mu bia na omo pomba bia fa na enwa de ne de enya de eti asempa eni se ebe carnival ne ekoso no na groups mu atindia boani atutwa musikan edi mama abobo omo eti ama baba akwa de nsa emunus esro ni nyano sika twa kase na ate ne koba ne se ye nanu muzemifu yi ente ye nyane se two groups ba ko warantu kaso problem ni bi warantu ena kaso zungu na nkasa ena munya mentime ho asibi ena mu postpone ntokwa ne se omo ye chiya enti se na tie bia nsa ntokwa ne de omo ne she fridge mu na besi ne obi enu a onum ntokwa na nkasa se ntokwa be ntokwa be enu be she fridge mu na che se fridge mu a ehunu se tue na nwada no a ebe mo ye carnival no ena santokwa na esa ko ma no ho so ene nya banya samtetwa Muhammad kesi ya ambition for edibubu edan bridge na dey eno mo de block kwa bani timu te let the muja te pram anya samtetwa mino ka say sandi pa mi ensan ya pia ye ba ku yo ba se mdi kan kan no fika no etimi twa ni se na mi abawa no se na ko patent ka no etimi ko edi ena ba ku no de ye de Muhammad ebo ni ti ena ne ko kan ho mo de se kan etimi tution bu na me de ba ya na je se moja ene plan ta no ye waso mu ademo ko kasa police ni nya se ka from overhead na se ko kasa police ni kin just about 200 meters away and I want to ademo ko na no police so atimi abomode achi ta ba ko na kai na kana no mu tuagu amfo so ni na mu nzuro mo ha ma no ene ade ni nya de police so atimi aye na ade ba ko mu se enwa da na ɛna ɔmo amumpenifo ɔmo imamfo APMfo sɛ ɔba kaso ne mpɛtɛm na wɔho sɛm a bɛsi na bɛkɔ police station ɛwɔ bɛhwɛ na ɛyɛ Hussein ka ho bɛhwɛ na Isifu ka ho enti da na ɔmo bɔ mpa ko di pɔmpo school park na nkasa kwa imamfo ne tuamfo sɛ enubɔne bi te sɛ red ɛne drama dɔɔ na adem ɔmo ntwa mu ɛmfansi mu ɔmo wie na ɔmo ahyɛ bedwani a tete ɔmo ato abada yi no ɛyɛ honorable for na kɔ wɔn nso so ɛsan tuamfo ɛna ɔka sɛ sisi ado ɔba bɛyɛ rebranding of Kasoa na kyɛ sɛ ɔno ahwɛ ama Kasoa din no atumi akɔyi ama no maame ne kɔ anu fie mpini wɔ anu fie wu ɛne saa bɛho sɛ ne esi yɛ wɔn nam akɔ anu ɛbrɛ a ɔka sɛ ɔbɛyɛ rebranding no ɔmo sɛ gu mpini anim ase asa rebranding na nkasa no antumi anyɛ yie ntumi no kasa deɛ transport mi ɛnsa nyinaa no ɛwɔ ayaresabea ama nipa baako tɛ no adwuma akyi police fo nso ahyɛ sɛ sɛnea tie bia no ɔmo hwehwɛ na ɔmo ahwɛ nea ɛkɔfa asante kwan ba anyɛ saa na ɔkyerɛ bi no ɔmo asa akɔhyɛ baabi na ɔmo atumi akɔ ntumi aba bi saa deɛ a nea esi ɛnada ɛde fa carnival na ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ ha ɛno
na mrekue saa fa no mmienu no nyinaa no wɔn yɛ nkramofoɔ mo a
pɛpɛpɛpɛpɛ ɔmo a bia ɔmo yɛ kramofoɔ kyɛ sɛ muzemifo ɛyɛ ɛhɔ no ɛfɛ hɔ walantu zongo ɔmo walantu zongo ɛne ɛyɛ Kasoa zongo na nkasa no ɛyɛ 2 different zongos and youth ɔmo na ɔmo sɛ alɔwɔ sɛ ɔmo sɛ ɛnyɛ ade ɔmo yɛ mpanyinfoɔ obiara wɔ ne tii bɛyɛ 20 21 19 18 saa just a youth kura mabu ohwa abawa na class sika ne kan nta bɛyɛ 17 year old ɛso mu nyinaa kwa nye bi a ɔmo nyɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ mpanyinfoɔ kura ne aka sɛ ɛdeɛ ne kɔfa bae na ntɔkwa ne deɛ besi ne no polisifoɔ kyɛ sɛ ɔmo fɔ no mo yɛ ɛyɛ nhwehwɛ na ɔmo kosi ntɔkwa ko na wɔn ti a ɔmo tumi ti hyɛ fridge mu ehu sɛ de ehu nyanta sɛ ɔmo yɛ kyiriwia nti ɔmo nko ntɔkwa na ɔmo yɛ kyiriwia no bi yɛ no ana mo sa ko sa ntɔkwa no
jo mrekunya mponse se de asam na kodi aposifo nsam na de aka nso kodi ya asabie de ne na ye de besi aso ahu na efe ha wadi ekire nyame yaduma nyumra ye besa afrew na de ha ma hwe ni tim ne de ye twa ne nsa ne ya hwe wo mo nkwa de akoduro na wo mo nso ayache wo mo no ye hwe wo mo nso sabre wo mo faith
no
enti etiefo ye ne ba ma mrekunya mpon ena ye de na ma ne bo ebre mo no mesra mo madaro ma
ya na ye na mo mi sinsem ni mo asi mo dra enche ye ena enkremofo wo mo ede ennefo makomako aduasa 30 days esi ho ena wo mo ye fasting ebo mpa ye na ye fasting na nya asem ketewa no nsia sharp ye kosum nyame ene ade na ekwawi akire no omu wi a aya na celebrations ahodo ekoso pa free se na makomako aduasa fasting na from 6 to 6 na from kra eti omu wi sa na ya na nigye ni ntino omu organize events bebre na no na odo wani kire mu ewo Kasoa Republic Kasoa di amamu am se bi no mu kire mu senka Kasoa kra wo ma anye news ho na yesi ekuo mienu dia bani de ekuo mienu no de ntia ni se wo mo manso sembi na minim se no mo twen se yo mo ba wie fasting no no ma toa entokwa ni so se de yo ye be ko ya mani boni opani da ko ho no neni masem ni mo pa wo pani e
Mame
bibi aboko de
me pa cho Kasoa enye boko sa enye boko kra
ko se na ede airport ekuo ni mienu no ye frɛ wo mo se no mo se de pa ne yenye emfiri wo mo ho anto wo mo de abo ani
yo me da se papa no kwasam ekuo mienu ne din de bibi kakra nti me pese me de besie na akire no ya hwe kwan a ye be fa so na ne etie ne se endrada sala ye nuanu muzemifo edi no na ne gesem obepie mu ewo Kasoa efre nwumrebe no nan ede kono numu akosi nwumrebe no wotwe no na tese ho ye butu o maje principal street ni nyina aboso ana wo carnival ahodo no na koso na se na enkombra nyina no ye wo rival groups mienu wo ha among the youth no oba Kasoa walantu a baako ewo ho ena Kasoa do pompe so baako ewo ho enti sa rival groups mienu yi nkrofo a na hu kra nya ye ne se fasting na brand mu a na wo mo ye so mo be hia no ma kontokwa ne ye hu group a no ho oden ana so utwa ne sekan a entwa na eno no nhwemu kyerɛ sɛ mpelifo ba mu ni omo di kasa ye se dabi fasting bread yes anema no yenye into woman yai and in the andra da bobe non son ne fa anwumre no na woman nam eye monten so ne ade atwi momome eji womani na yeti se womu de abo ani ewo eye kaswa empatam ho baabi enti no ka se me kodru ye ne se na nipa makom yensa de na womu de da fom a oyo mo hwe a enye ye enti na tese dodo na ne yatwitwa wo mo sekan ebi mo nso ye the club hammer ena abobbo mo ama yemre enti adomfo dom ye ma wo mo sesa wo mo ekopie mu ewo kaso amadan charity hospital na kaso polyclinic na muno mu wa no yankopon adon apolisipo ba mu a yetimi ache nipa ba ko a efri eye walantu group no mu a wonum se onkoboa na wo mo nyemu enhwehwemu enti endra no sala na de wo mu di na mo ekowi ase kra no na chese wo mo agi wo din wo hɔ a nipa miensa apapa etwa wo mo sekan ha enya sam ketwa
opani medase kwaso adi akire anwumre yebesa aba wo biem
yo medase so
abusiafo ya mani boni opani da kodie kwa so kaso ano ya wie fasting yenkoye street carnival kakra na yemfanyi yeni a ekwa wie akire yetwitwa de hie ne mu bia ne na binum na etwagu ewo TV ne so no ya enya asem ketwa kra ya rehosem busuafo ne nyina no womo enkose nyankopon ema womo ahoden na
regularities that is happening with the ECG. First off, what have you uncovered so far with the ECG matters?
I think a lot of the matters have been in the public media. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm with you.
Yes, a lot of the information is in the media in terms of the PwC audit that was conducted in 2024, which disclosed the shocking 5.3 billion revenue discrepancy within ECG. They also discovered that there was a significant under-declaration and they failed to compensate their value chain players adequately, the people that they owe money to, and that they have been managing 84 bank accounts across 20 different banks rather than a single account streamlined revenue processes. So it's news. As you are showing on the TV, this was an investigation that was carried out into what was going on with the missing over 1,300 containers and the revelations of the cables being melted down into aluminum blocks. This is criminal. It's beyond wickedness that this is how the people of Ghana who are sweating in their homes cannot even switch on fans, cannot working
Hello, Doc. Can you please hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I will be glad if you can reposition yourself a bit. We are finding challenges with the network, and then we need to hear you clearly. Hello, Doc.
I'm trying to reposition myself.
Okay, very well. So we are speaking to Dr. Nsem-Pii, chairperson for Crusaders Against Corruption, on their concerns raised so far about the operations of ECG, indicating some of the malfeasance that has been uncovered so far. Yes, Doc, if you can hear me, just let
yes,
come
I
here.
can.
Yes, it's better now. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah, and this matter has been ongoing since 2019 when there was the PSP scandal in Ghana, where those that were responsible were trying to transfer the Electric Corporation of Ghana to 5 individuals in an offshore company to manage ECG. And, at the time, I believe, it was clear that one day of effective working at the ECG can give over $13 million a day. A day. if it was run effectively. And at the time, Crusaders Against Corruption suggested that because this is a key infrastructure requirement, a utility that is required by the people of Ghana to enable them to run their homes, run their businesses effectively, it would be better if, to curb the abuses, that shareholders be sought from the private sector as well as the state. Because if you look at the companies that are going strong in Ghana, they are the foreign companies, most of them, Guinness, even, we have Total, we have Goil, which are Ghanaian-run organizations. So the international and the Ghanaian-run state or privately owned with shareholders holding people to account are the companies that have longevity, that are effectively run, that have minimal scandals, because they will just, people who are doing the wrong thing will just be thrown out.
Okay.
They will just be thrown out. So I don't know why, as a vital infrastructure utility in Ghana, we cannot come up with a format that will work for the people of Ghana. That people will not be stealing cables if there's a shareholder or shareholders in a village in the north of Ghana, because they can buy shares as a group or as people who are responsible. It will help us demand and have better accountability across Ghana, not just a few people taking decisions in an office in Accra. Everybody will be part of it. So we are calling for a part state and a part shareholders, private shareholders, so that we can hold the government to account, because it's obvious that it cannot hold itself to account. The state abuses have become there are too many. There are too many, and every time issues come up, everything is pushed under the carpet. We've had a special prosecutor's office, and we are still trying to find out which case has been prosecuted successfully. We cannot point at it, because there's always something that will stand in the way of honesty and integrity in Ghana.
But Doc, you believe, your outfit actually believe that, even if we are going to sell part shares, to any of the private entities, then definitely it must be a floating of share, or better still, we must enlist on the Ghana Stock Exchange to allow Ghanaians the opportunity to have interest in ECG.
Yes.
Is that your position?
Yes. And if you look in the UK, they have about 6 or so electricity companies. They don't have one. This is a monopoly. And in other countries, especially in the UK, there's anti-monopoly legislation that stops companies from dominating the market. And here we have a company or corporation that is a monopoly, but it is run by the state and has been run very badly. It has been run very badly. And to stop the abuses, we need to have accountability and we need to have transparency.
Now, wouldn't that be, the quest where we put the ECG as a whole into the hands of private individuals who are, so to speak, rich in society and are still going to do business to manipulate things into their favor? Because once upon a time, we made an attempt where PDS took over certain operations of ECG, and then for about 2 years, we did not get any proper accountability for the work they did. Even up to now, the way and manner in which those contracts were awarded was still being questioned about, the transparency that ought to have been done to the Ghanaian people. And so, you suggesting this, what will be the modalities, what will be the methods that we ought to apply in this whole situation?
Yeah, that's why we are suggesting to the government that they do a joint approach where there will be a state part, whether it is 49% or 51%, given to the states or the government, and then the 49 or the 51 to the people of Ghana, to buy shares, so that there's not a fully, whether it is privately owned or it is fully state owned, but there's a both working together to ensure accountability, to ensure effectiveness, efficiency for the people of Ghana. It is taxpayers' money, part of it. Well, now it's taxpayers' money, but if it is part owned by private individuals, then and part by the state, then both can form. It'll be a checks and balances against each of the